Democrats have put forward in the bill we are marking up today the most consequential tax cuts since the New Deal. That's why, as Mr. Blumenauer noted the other day, we hear echoes coming from the other side of how this is socialism and radical left-wing thinking that's coming out of the Democrats. Surely the end of the world as we know it. It's astonishing because what this represents is a tale of two tax cuts. Tax cuts where 83% of the cut went to the nation's wealthiest 1%, while the middle class, the working class, were supposed to wait based on the benevolence of these wealthy individuals for money to trickle down to them. Well, that's an approach that was close to, as The Hill reported in 2017, of $5 trillion. And ultimately, after the trade-offs, which aren't addressed and not being paid for, passing on $2.7 trillion unpaid for. Now, our colleagues on the other side are rightfully concerned about making sure that we don't go further into debt, but have amnesia when it comes to the mountain of debt that they placed on the American people. And now seem outraged by the fact that spending money now directed to the middle and working classes is an abomination. That instead, people should be content to let the rich get rich and the poor continue to bear the burden and see this gap grow. I'm proud of the work that this staff has done in putting together proposals that seek to balance and trust the middle and working class people of this nation. When they receive their resources, funny thing, they won't be buying back stock options. No, they'll be buying the basic essentials of life. They will buy food, pay for utilities, educate their children, pay for health care. And despite the labeling on the other side, as Mr. Pascrell said, if that means providing the opportunities for working families to be able to do this, then call me a socialist. Because these are the things that people need to survive. Just like they needed Social Security, just like they needed Medicare, just like they needed the Affordable Health Care Act, where a young man just stood up in a town hall that I had back in East Hartford and said, "Thank you so much. My premiums were $1,400. Now they're $200. And with that money, I'm going to be able to send my kids to college, where previously, because of the slash and burn nature of the other side and trying to end what they affectionately call Obamacare, now people with their families are able to buy health insurance that they can afford and be able to put their savings into the work and benefit of making sure that their kids get a better education. I am proud of the Ways and Means that it included extension of the monthly child tax credit, sponsored by Rosa DeLauro and our own Susan Delbenny on the committee, the authority for the federal government to reduce prescription drug prices, historic investments in green energy, permanent extension of the enhanced tax credits, policies to help state and local governments lower their cost of their borrowing. These are things we all can be proud of, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.